Welcome, everybody, to the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And, folks, as always,
it's all good, baby. It was all a dream.
We used to read Blood Horse magazine. I got my Cuban links on.
Yes, Cuban B.
I'm your host, Chase Sessoms, the Wolf of Oaklawn.
I'd rather be trapped than lazy. Don't care what they say, I'ma do what pays me.
It happens every year about this time. Weaklings act like they lost their mind. Alphas reclaim the neighborhood. Rob the sheep and all the wolves get good.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Joining me, as always, you might know him as the Michelangelo of the crime, Michael Jordan. He's your favorite capper's favorite capper, Barry the Sniper Spears.
You know how we do. Rockefeller. Forever. You catch me skating through your town, putting it down. Y'all relating, no waiting. I'll make your block infrared hot. I'm like Satan.
Barry, I've decided that I really, really love our 30-second countdown. I know I've given XFL Jim his props for it, but it's like if you mix an upbeat Enya song with like the cover of a trashy supermarket romance novel with all the horses and stuff. I think it's brilliant. I think it's the best 30-second countdown of the game.
It is by far. I haven't yet to see anything to match that, honestly.
Yeah, man. What's good, Barry?
It's raining. I don't like it. I don't like rain. I like sunshine. I live in the Sunshine State for a reason, sir.
Yeah, it's for the freedom.
Yeah. And the American flags and the eagles that I see on cars all day.
I once saw airbrushed on a little mini trailer behind a motorcycle at a McDonald's in rural Arkansas, a bald eagle sitting on the edge of a nest with American flag eggs with baby bald eagles breaking out of the.
I'm definitely a connoisseur. Anybody that follows me on Facebook knows that I have an album of pictures of hybrid eagle and American flag collabs.
Yeah.
I see them all over the place, whether it's on a shirt, whether it's on a car. I've seen it pretty much everywhere.
Rock flag and eagle, baby. Barry, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. Other than our analysis of airbrushed American patriotic fare, it's long shots at Parx. Barry and I have scoured the card for our best long shots. Running today at Parx. That's today, Tuesday at Parx, the 25th of February, year of our Lord 2025. Post time for this card, 12:05 Eastern, 11:05 a.m. God's time, 9:05 a.m. Pacific time. Alan's Pacific Coast. These are Barry and I's best long odds plays on the card. Let's get some past performances pulled up. Cheer. Oh, God, I'm getting so smooth that transition right there. Barry, you and I are mortal enemies today. Our play comes out of the same race, but I'm going to let you go first. Race 8, 7 furlongs, $16,000 optional claiming. Tell me what you were thinking about in race 8.
Yeah, race 8 seems to be a race full of speed. I mean, full of speed. Pretty much the favorites like Oki Denden, Save a Prayer, they all have to be forwardly placed. Son of Thor will probably want the lead as Skinny Joey on the way outside. So there's plenty of speed in here in this 7 furlong event. I went to number 7, Dr. Lou. This horse's career started off pretty decent in state-bred races. Not really winning, but improving slowly. Finally breaks through in November. And then they somehow put this horse in a state-bred stake for 100K and doesn't run a step, of course. Drops back in for 25, does a little bit better. Now back in for 16. Possibly getting a dry track today, I think, will make all the difference.
Oh, Barry's got a technical issue. It's cool. He's back.
I think Chris Elliott will make the difference on this horse. He's a really, really, really good rider. He does well with placement and pace. This horse getting second time Lasix, apprentice jock, all systems go. Closing at the finish and to the victory and to the window we go.
Every time I see the jockey name Chris Elliott, I automatically think of the actor Chris Elliott.
Yeah, something about Mary.
Yeah, man.
Remember his
I think
TV show? His TV show was wild, bro.
The Chris Elliott show was
Oh
super
man, it was
wild.
the greatest.
And then Cabin Boy, he had which was bizarre. Was bizarre for my like 7-year-old mind. All right, Barry, I've got my long shot pick coming out of the exact same race, but real quick. Listen, you see the new coat of paint. You see the suave black and silver Raiders type theme here. We've redecorated the rumpus room because we have partnered up with the new premier horse racing ADW, Iron Bets. Most ADWs are shutting down their rewards programs. Listen, Iron Bets is going strong because they're the ADW built by horse players. And they built it for horse players. So sign up and get a deposit match up to $300. Plus, take advantage of Iron Bet's daily promos. Check out their daily promos page every day. It's Trifecta Tuesday at Iron Bets. Bet $250 on trifectas. Get a $20 bet. I'm going to have a video with the trifecta play for that later. Watch and wager on the best racing action at Iron Bets. Download the Iron Bets app and use promo code NOTB so they know that we sent you. That's Iron Bets in your app store, promo code NOTB. And don't forget to give the app a 5-star review in the app store. So here's what I thought, Barry, and it's very similar to what you thought, which means we basically saw this the exact same way, but got two different horses, and that's cool. There are many ways to skin a cat. I thought that this pace gets a little hotter than most would anticipate. There might be only one horse I could put on the lead, but I have two that want to be very close to the pace. And I think it's going to press the issue and make this pace hot enough for a horse to come from off the pace to win this. And so I'm looking at the number 2, Superness. Superness strikes me as a horse that could take a big step forward and surprise in this spot. For one, if I'm right about this pace getting warmer than anticipated, then Superness sits a good tracking trip up the rail behind all of this speed. Taking a huge drop in class in this spot. But Barry and I were actually talking about this before we started. It's really kind of a faux drop in class because we have a horse that's coming out of a maiden claiming $10,000 race to win and then is dropped in super deep waters. You know, some horses, when they know they're beat, they just quit. And that just might be Superness here. You know, it looks like a suspicious drop in class. It might not be. But if it is, just remember, just because connections are dumping a horse doesn't mean it can't be the best horse in the race. I really like the looks of the last workout on the 20th. It was a tight 48-second, 4-furlong work. I think if there's a long price in any race, this might be the one. So I am on Superness. I guess, are we going to the same hoop? Or are we going to hoops on opposite ends of the court? How does the hoop situation work? Oh, you've been doing so good. You're muted.
Dang it. I don't know. I've never been to Parx, so I don't know if there's like a south end and a north end to that sort of deal. So we could dunk on both sides of the court.
Yeah.
Right?
Is this sort of like I stick to my side of the track, you stick to your side, and
until the race starts.
Yeah, we just sharks and jets it.
Bernardo. That was my name in Spanish class when I was a kid, by the way.
Was Bernardo?
They didn't have a Barry, so you know how they give you a Spanish name and you get the little, you write it and you put it on the front of your desk. Mine was Bernardo.
One of my favorite scenes in the documentary Cocaine Cowboys is when the killer that worked for Griselda is going through the name of all like the hitmen and stuff, and it's all by like nicknames, and it's always like Pachuco, Cubamba, things like it's like, okay, all right, I like these names. I wish I was called Cubamba in these streets.
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of name in the streets that is. Like anybody named Kubamba could be a killer, so everybody's trying to kill Kubamba. So you don't want to be that, right?
This is where my rich girl tactic comes into play. If he was like Cubamba, Pucheco, rich girl, you'd be like, oh, I don't have to worry about
Oh
it.
yeah, he's
Yeah. Barry, let's wrap up some picks here. What do you got?
I have race number 8, number 7. Dr. Lou gonna operate on this field. That was a terrible joke.
Okay. That's I applaud the effort, no matter what.
I tried.
You tried.
It's too early.
For me, it's the same race 8. Barry and I are having a small beef this morning. I've got the number 2 Superness 12-1 on the morning line. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if either one of these horses won in the slightest, because like I said, we're both seeing the pace scenario the exact same. And I feel like when we tend to see the pace scenario the exact same, we usually end up on the right horses.
Yes, I mean, it's hard to kind of differentiate yourself in the same race, unless there's options in a race worth attacking. So, I think we zeroed in on the fact that we weren't really too fond of the favorites here, and play accordingly.
Let's get it done. Well, Barry, that's it for us today. For you at home, thank you for watching, and don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow. I've decided to cut out all the angel baby sweet faces thing. I might bring it back. Who knows? I might, it will be like a Easter egg for people who listen to the show. We'll be back tomorrow with our best bets for Turfway Park. Barry, do you have any parting words for the people?
Socks with sandals is a no-no.
What about slides?
Perfectly acceptable.
Perfectly acceptable. It's a good look. All right, that's going to do it for us here at the Notorious OTV, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.